Welcome back to the Rudder and welcome aboard Antoinette, our Merry Fisher 895. My name's Brooke and as you can see we're at anchor, so I thought this is a great opportunity to take you through the boat and have a look to see what it's like doing an overnighter. So let's go. Welcome inside Antoinette. So because we're an anchor, I thought it'd be a really great opportunity to show you exactly all the different sleeping options aboard. We've actually had 6 people easily sleep aboard Antoinette. So I thought I'd show you the options for the different sleeping arrangements. So let's start down below. Most importantly, let's have a look where Molly and Pippa sleep. So they've got a nice little bedding arrangement under here that they love. They like being tucked away underneath there. One thing we do find having puppies aboard is that these steps in the 895 are quite steep. So Molly's okay, the little black one, but little Pippa, she has to be lifted up and down, which is fine. So come on downstairs and I'll show you what it looks like. Before we get started, underneath the state bed, it's actually a lot of storage. So if we can lift it up, you've got all that storage space underneath there, which is great. And then coming in here, you can see it's really spacious underneath. What I love about the configuration in the 895 is that they've thought of everything. Every little square inch is used really well. We've had another boat a similar size and I always got really hot and felt really claustrophobic. So this is great. It's actually a fitted queen sheet, so it's a queen size bed. As you can see, it's really large and the headroom is fantastic as well. So there's lots of overhead room, which means lots of air circulation. You can open this up here and open the porthole for even more airflow. And as you can see, we're in Queensland. We get a few mozzies, so we've got a fly screen here. The lighting inside the stateroom is fantastic. You've got all these lights here. And you've got a little reader light for each person as well. We've got lots of storage space, and you've got the little curtains to make it nice and dark when you're sleeping, and then we've got the overhead locker space as well. We've also got 2 fans. Sometimes we need it, not always, but it's really nice to have as an option on those warm summer nights. So this is the main sleeping area. Let's go underneath and have a look at the mid cab now. Let's go down into the mid cab now. As you enter the mid cab, you can see that it's nice and spacious. I'm standing up with no issue. You've got some storage space here with a little bit of a cupboard and a little porthole for some extra ventilation. The headroom in here is pretty good, especially up at this end of the bed. You can actually sit up quite well. The end where your feet go, obviously you don't need as much room, and that's actually dropped down because of the upstairs configuration. We've got a fan here for some extra airflow. This is actually, oops, sorry Pippa, this is actually a double-sized bed because a double fitted sheet fits really well, and there's some extra room for storage here. Some lighting, the curtains to block it out at night, and some great LED lighting. So yeah, nice and spacious underneath for 2 guests. All right, let's go upstairs and have a look at the configuration. Let's go. This is where I normally sit when we're underway. As I mentioned earlier, the versatility on the 895 is incredible. So this seat, when you're going forward, obviously faces that way, but take a look at this. This turns into a dining area when you're at anchor, so you can be cooking away and then eating here. But the next thing is another area where your guests can stay when they're on board. So So look how easily that turns into a guest area. So as you can see, this turns into a really nice day bed to come in out of the elements, but it also turns into another berth for your guests when they're staying overnight. So it's nice and large, probably fit 2 children or 1 adult. As you can see, lots of room to spread out and have a sleep. All right, let's go outside. Oh, and Molly can jump up here too. So let's go outside and have a look at the versatility of the cockpit. This is one of my favorite spots on the Merry Fisher 895. We've actually got some meshing that we zip in and go all the way around, which is great for here in Queensland. Sometimes we get some mozzies, so it really keeps those bugs away. It also keeps the wind away if it's very windy. So I want to show you now the functionality out here in the cockpit. As you can see, we've got a teak table here at the moment, which is great when we're having sundowners. You can have it that aspect, or we can also turn it around like that, depending on how many people you've got sitting here. Let's take a look how this area can transform now though. Bed to enjoy the sunshine, or for your guests to sleep on board as well, especially when we've got the mesh to protect the guests. Nice and large, great spot for the puppies on our 895, and of course for me to have a glass of wine. I hope you enjoyed the tour of our Merry Fisher 895. If you did, please like and also subscribe.